Hey, you all, Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, today we are in Portland, Oregon. I made kind of the last minute decision that I was going to add Portland to the Pacific Coast Highway road trip. And while it's not technically like right on 101, I feel like it just would be wrong to not include it as, a stop on the Pacific Coast Highway. So looking for some things to do in Portland today, but my first stop had to be this wonderful troll. And this is Oli Boli, the Thomas Dambo troll that lives here in Portland. Now, Thomas Dambo has traveled the entire world putting up these wonderful trolls, and I've kind of made it my mission to visit at least all the ones in the U.S., but he's been making them so fast I've not been able to keep up. Now, Oli Boli here is part of the Path of the Bird King. Thomas Dambo made a coast-to-coast trip across the U.S., building trolls along the way, and Oli Boli part of that trip. And this is a very interesting troll. See, looking inside the house here, and let's take a peek inside the house. It's the Oli Boli Hus. Does Hus mean house? Maybe. Here we are in the house, and oh, look at that! Oli Boli looking down at us. What does it say here? There's something in the air. There's something that makes my belly rumble. Something smells so strong it hits me, almost makes me stumble. Could it be the little people cooking something smelly in the big red cookie jar so I can put them in my belly? So he smells something good in this house that he believes is a cookie jar, and opens up the roof there to grab a cookie. I don't know if he's trying to steal the food that the humans are cooking, or to eat the humans themselves. I don't think the Dambo trolls generally eat people, so I would say he just wants to share a little snack with them. I really love the incorporation of the building into the sculpture. Now, Oli Boli is behind this historic house here, known as Fogelbo. And right next to Fogelbo and Oli Boli is the Nordia House, which is a Scandinavian restaurant. Maybe we should grab a Scandinavian lunch. Okay, so the whole building here is not a restaurant. It is a cultural center that talks about Scandinavian culture. This is Broader Solder. This is the restaurant. I think this is where we're going to grab our lunch. Here are all the different Scandinavian countries: Iceland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, and Denmark. And Thomas Dambo, who made the troll, is from Denmark. I got a beautiful table right here outside with, just a wonderful view of the park. All right, very interesting menu. I don't know all that much about Scandinavian food. I had some Danish food when we were in Solvang, California. I wanted to give it another try. There's a lot of just interesting things on here that I'd love to try. So at the server's recommendation, I ordered the Pete I Panna, which no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but it means all in the pan, a Swedish hash, as Yukon potatoes, yams, sweet peppers, scallions, topped with 2 soft baked eggs, pickled beet garnish, and they said that they can put a piece of steelhead trout on there, which that's what sold me. And my food has arrived. The trout skillet there with the interesting square eggs. Okay. Oh, there's a bee. I'm really interested in the square eggs. I've never had a square egg before. Oh, that salmon. Not salmon. Trout. Super good. Yeah, that is delicious. Got like potatoes. The trout's like broken up in there. The egg is nice and runny. Oh, that is delicious. Little like pieces of vegetable. Yeah, this trout is so good. Now, an official member of the Scandinavian Clean Plate Club. Oh, you can see it brewing. Halloween is almost here. Stopped off here to see a local icon known as Harvey the Rabbit. It's a giant, it's a fiberglass giant. In addition to the trolls, there's other things I like to look for along the American roadside. One of those is the fiberglass giant, such as the Muffler Men. And this is actually a modified Texaco Big Friend, where they have turned the head of the Big Friend into a giant rabbit. Now, this used to be a business here called Harvey's Marine. I guess they sold boating supplies. Oh yeah, you can see a little mural there of Harvey the Rabbit driving his boat. Now, unfortunately, that business is closed down. You can see they've got a fence around here. Not sure what is to become of the building, but Harvey, a very popular local landmark. Now, we're actually on the outskirts of Portland. This is a town called Aloha, Oregon. And look at that big rabbit. That is amazing. I just noticed this rabbit-shaped shadow on the ground. I thought that was amusing. Oh, Harvey. We've come here to downtown Portland, Oregon, and one thing that I wanted to see was something we learned about yesterday at the Newport, Oregon Ripley's. You see here, we have a biking lane, 2 lanes of traffic, and a median over there. Now, I think we need to use the crosswalk for safety reasons. Oh, come on. Stand patiently here, waiting for traffic. Oh, there we go. We got the walk sign. And then we have this, Mill Ends Park. This is officially recognized as the smallest park in the world. Guinness World Records, the authority on such things, has deemed this the smallest park in the world. And you can see there the Portland's Park and Recreation Department, so the official Park Service is in control of this park, which consists of one tree, one very small tree, one bush. Now the story here, this dates all the way back to the 1940s, and they built this median here in the 1940s, and they built this hole. The original hole was supposed to have a street light put in it, and it just never did. But for whatever reason, they never got around to putting the street light in it. And a man working in his office, it could be that building, could be a different building, could be a building that's not there anymore. He noticed that the hole here was just getting filled with garbage. People were just throwing their garbage in this hole. So he decided better to have a park than a hole of garbage. So got together, had all the official documents drawn up, and Mills End Park replaced Mills End Hole of Garbage. Recognized by Guinness, put the stamp on it, and we have the world's smallest park here in the median. And I must say, Ripley's replica of the park that we saw yesterday was a pretty accurate representation. But if Mill Ends is too small for you, there is a much larger park right across the street. Big bridge going over the Willamette River. And look at this, there is a giant Eevee just standing out here on the streets of Portland. Oh, okay, it's a fuzzy inflatable Eevee. But I think it is a prerequisite when you come to Portland, you got to stop by Voodoo Doughnuts. Now they have Voodoo Doughnuts at Universal now. I think at both Universals they have Voodoo Doughnuts, but this is where it all started. It says Voodoo Doughnuts, the magic is in the hole. You queue up over here, then you go in when security allows you to. All right, headed in. Oh, it smells like donuts in here. The big donut there on the ceiling. Take a donut here out of the rotating display. This is the Shark Bite is their featured donut. A lot of good options here. That one has bacon on it. It's a hibiscus flavored. Oh, one of them's missing back there. See the stained glass up there. I think I'll sit down and eat my donuts here in front of this abandoned building. And I kind of went to my go-to, which is probably the most famous donut. One they're the most known for is the Voodoo Doll. So you've got a pretzel speared in him. This one only has one eye, and they have the jelly inside. So kind of a jelly chocolate donut. All right. That's so good. You know, I really love just chocolate donuts like this. Are usually my favorite. But that jam, add something extra. I think it's like a raspberry jam. Yeah, these donuts are so good. Also love a little bit of milk with my donuts. Got the shark donut as well. You can see the sand there on the beach, and then the blue ocean with a little gummy shark. I guess this is fitting though, because you know we are on the Pacific Coast Highway road trip. Okay. I think that's a little graham cracker beach there. Oh, that one's got some jelly too. That's jelly like the blood from a shark attack. Great little snack here at the original Voodoo Doughnuts. The Portland Outdoor Store here is actually still open. They're celebrating their 100th anniversary, and I wonder though if they still take Bank AmeriCard. Now, Portland, Oregon is actually the hometown of one Matt Groening, the man that created The Simpsons. And of course, I've talked at length on this channel about how important The Simpsons were to me growing up, how it shaped my sense of humor. Still quote Simpsons to this day when I'm around, my dad and that side of the family were always quoting Simpsons back and forth. I think it just, not only just me, but I think the cultural impact it has had here in the United States and around the world is just monumental. Just the jokes, I can still go back and watch the original episodes, and the jokes still land. There's something about the humor that is just eternally funny. And of course, Conan O'Brien, also a writer on The Simpsons, was also probably one of my favorite content creators when it comes to humor. So between Conan and The Simpsons, and Conan with The Simpsons together, has truly shaped my sense of humor. But as I said before, Matt Groening from Portland, Oregon here, and he actually, when creating the show, he named most Simpsons family, after his own family. His mom was Marge, his dad was Homer. He wasn't named Bart. I think Bart's the only member of the main family that wasn't based on a real person in his family. He invented the word named Bart because it sounded like the word brat. But there's other bits and pieces of Portland that can be found in The Simpsons. Stupid, sexy Flanders. Yes. You got some of the last names of some of the supporting characters from different streets around Portland here. And here we are on Flanders Street, which was the origin of the name of Ned Flanders. He had a massively iconic character, Homer's best friend and nemesis, and next door neighbor. And here we have Flanders Street. Actually goes over the freeway here on this bridge. And in a case of reality becoming fiction, and then fiction turning around and becoming reality, this bridge on Flanders Street was named Ned Flanders Crossing. It says, "Hi diddly ho, neighborino." This is dedicated in 2021. You can see Ned, the always jovial, always friendly, always kind-hearted Ned Flanders there. We come over here to one of my favorite spots in Portland, the Peculiarium. It is a fascinating little shop and museum full of strange and unusual things. You can see things here on the sidewalk. We've got this insect-headed creature. Well, there's Paul Bunyan's sneaker right there. You can tell what this is because it's checkered and has the axe on the side. This guy here is still celebrating Christmas. Peculiarium now open. Cheap, rare, weird stuff. Can't argue with that. Okay. And the peculiar begins right here. And the first peculiar thing we see is this Baba Yaga house. Now, the Baba Yaga comes from Slavic folklore. It's actually usually portrayed as like a witch or an evil woman, but for whatever reason she lives in a house with chicken's feet, an evil house that walks around on chicken feet. Now, this is a really cool exhibit here. It talks about stop motion animation in Portland. I did not know that Portland was a mecca for stop motion animation. These are replacement claymation heads where you like switch the heads out from the body to show different expressions. This is from a show. I remember the show, but I haven't thought about it in a long time. The PJs. I believe it starred Eddie Murphy as the main character there. There's like little props that would have been used in the show. Here's a creator of the PJs, Will Vinton, and he also created the California raisins. So California raisins created here in Portland. That's amazing. I remember the California raisins were the most popular thing in the world for a brief time when I was a child, and I still haven't figured out why. I mean, I loved them. I was absolutely obsessed with them, but again, I don't know why. Some stop motion characters, and then a sketch of the Noid in the back. It says the Noid. The Noid. The mascot. He was a villain that destroyed pizzas, and he was a mascot for Domino's Pizza, and he's actually invented in Portland. It's by artist Barry Bruce. These are characters from the holiday TV special Ozzy the Elf. Oh, here is like the skeleton, the stop motion skeleton that can be moved around. Kind of like an interesting miniature manual animatronic. And this is fun. This is a roll of talking bubble tape. There's different mouths there that for talking, so they would keep him in place but switch his mouth out to make it look like he was talking. Here's a whole toolbox of different expressions, different eyes, different mouths, arms and legs to make him move. These little toy dispensers. It used to bother my mom to give me quarters at the grocery store so I could get a little piece of plastic, a little toy. Now these ones here are interesting. That one's got gumballs. That one's got broken cell phones, cans, and a shriveled head. It's a collection of miniature movie cars. You see Harvey the Love Bug. That is the Dragula, Grandpa Mustard's car. There's a Beatles Yellow Submarine. Then my favorite movie car, the Family Truckster from National Lampoon's Vacation. This is Monsignor Giuseppe Formaggio Novella, who was the patron saint of keeping one's skull out of a novelty museum. Oh, that's bitter irony. And look at this ghoulish baby there, and the goldfish cracker guitar. We have a lot of the classic oddities pieces, like this vampire killing kit. There's something a little different about the notes here. It says this kit is from the 1890s, contains everything required to kill or defend against a vampire. Dr. Elwood won this kit in a volleyball game in the 1950s from famed vampire hunter and chef Myron Purdy. Purdy was a student of the legendary vampire hunter from Fresno, Fritz Montague. It is rumored that Elwood's volleyball serve was the fastest ever. What is this talking about? Yeah, strange, unspeakable beasts up in the rafters. Now this is a haunted dollhouse. You can see it's very spooky. And do you dare look in the haunted dollhouse? Horrific, shocking, gratuitous. That's your warning. And look at this. Okay, so up in the attic, we've got like cocoons, like pod people. Oh, there's a sarcophagus here in the attic. Just a creepy woman sitting by herself in a creepy room. Oh, what's going on in the bathroom? There's an octopus in the bathtub pulling that woman down the toilet by her leg. And oh gosh, I don't even know what happened here in the kitchen. Yeah, that's a murder. Oh, there's a big lobster there on the wall. This is a stereoscope viewer. So you can look in here. It's one of the earliest forms of 3D. So what are we looking at here? Saturday Market Downtown PDX. Okay, it's like street performers. And it is in 3D. Pretty cool. Oh, and here is a haunted doll. This is Abner Bell. The doll. I got him locked up there so he doesn't get loose. I would say he looks a little haunted. And this is an exhibit on spontaneous human combustion, or SHC for those in the know. You can see a person's just evaporated in flames, leaving some soot, some charred cushions, and their feet behind. I remember as a kid just being so scared of spontaneous combustion. It just seemed so unpreventable. You just didn't know at any point in time you could just immediately burst into flames, and there was nothing you could do about it. I was afraid of a lot of things as a kid. I was afraid of aliens, is afraid of spontaneous combustion. I would watch, shows like Sightings and Unsolved Mysteries and things that talked about the supernatural, and then I would always just be terrified that it would happen to me. And the burned feet. Oh, we got some pictures of. There's a burning forest, and there's a burning cabin. Here's the world's smallest theater, and this is the Peculiarium's D.B. Cooper Auditorium. So, it named after the famous hijacker D.B. Cooper. And I don't even know what this is. It is absolutely terrifying. So it's got like dinosaur feet, fuzzy legs, like a satyr, and but just a terrifying monstrous face. And oh yeah, it's growing all these strange tentacles out of its belly, and it has an eye in its thigh, a thigh eye, if you will. So this is a photo op here. You can see the dirty top of a building and the straight down view. So you're supposed to hang from here, so it looks like you are hanging from the top of a building or off the side of a building. Here is the rotary dial phone. Yeah, I remember the days. I miss the phone. I miss how tactile it was. I miss, like, you could slam it and it would make a cool ringing noise. Some more phones up here. I've never seen one like that. It says this is the first mobile phone from 1949, where it's just got the dial on the handset. There's a car phone. I remember the car phone. That was a brief period. Oh, this is known as the brick. Yeah, this was moderately popular in the 80s. It's pocket-sized, and the flip phone. So these are authentic documents from a UFO cult from here in Portland. The Ouija board down here. Then this is a haunted Vanilla Ice doll. It says that it can repeatedly visit your dreams in a oh my goodness. The tomb of Anubis. You can see some interesting things in here. Oh, that is the plane there. It talks about how many believe that this proves that ancient people knew about spacecraft. Here we're seeing it being loaded like a commercial plane. Oh, then look at this creepy taxidermy iguana with its skull showing. This is Portland's grandest kaleidoscope. Let's see if... Oh, yeah. That's pretty grand. This is Sparky, the ventriloquist doll. It says that he was convicted in a court of law for murdering his partner, the ventriloquist, Malcolm Grundy, and sentenced to the electric chair. It says, try our theremin. Now, the theremin, one of the few instruments that can be played without ever touching it. Makes such beautiful music, too. Bigfoot crossing here. We have an extra gigantic Bigfoot. It says, see the chupacabra is out there somewhere, probably. And here's a Portland slee stack. Oh, I love the slee stacks. Another fun photo up here where you can lay there, put your head through the hole, and it appears that you're being dissected by aliens. Let's see, how do we get back there? Look at this evil robot. This is a actual prop from the film The Time Travelers. Huh. See you back here in Cosmic Portland. Okay, I guess you put your head up through this hole here. No. Leave my organs inside my body. No. What is that? There's a lot of fun stuff here in this cabinet. Oh, it looks like a shrunken head of a cyclops. Oh, this is their Fiji mermaid. His name is Derek. Derek the Fiji mermaid. Also a monkey's paw for making wishes that have horrible outcomes. An episode of The Simpsons like that. So you got Simpsons on the mind here in Portland. Oh, this is the drug look-alike display. Shows how candy, these are all different candies, and then there's drugs that they look like. So it shows that be careful about eating candy because it's probably drugs. This is Nostradamus's recipe for his upside-down death by chocolate turtle mud tort with liqueur demi-glace. A mesmerized Plutonian mosquito, and this is called the embryonic pig with shriveled elephant. Oh, here's a bug collection filled with bug jokes. You can see the bed bug there. He's laying down taking a nap. There's the cute as a bug. It's a cute little bear. There's a CIA bug. There's a rare English beetle, because the Beatles were the name of a band, but also the name of a bug. Now look at these. A button fly with a button on it. Oh, there's the love bug. Oh, and this perfume atomizer here, featured on Mysteries at the Museum. The host here says, I myself have never been to the Peculiarium, but I do have a stunning jawline. And there's Ralphie from A Christmas Story. There's Al Capone's vault with a shout out to Geraldo Rivera, who infamously opened Al Capone's empty vault on live TV. This is the Peculiarium mobile. See this guy driving here. All his luggage there on top. Oh, okay. Sit down and take a photo with Vince, our intrepid intern and driver. Avoid eye contact. Do not ask Vince about his childhood. Do not smell his breath. Do not let him smell your breath. Do not give him your email. Do not accept any of his homemade macaroons for your own safety. So, you must be Vince. So how are we doing, Vince? Wait, I think I might have broke one of the rules already. I forgot. There's so many Vince rules. I forgot. Hey, Vince. And there is the man himself, drawn by the man himself, a sketch of Homer Simpson, signed by Matt Groening from 1999. Oh, they have like the best bathroom here. Oh, there we go. I got the light on. You can see right above the toilet, there is these horrifying ghouls. Oh, there's some more ghoul heads over here. Got some top secret boxes. You can also see there's thunderclouds above our heads. There's just so much in here. I probably missed things. You see things hanging from the rafters there. The whale head. There's like a slime monster. Fly head. We exit through the Caverna de Moco. Just explored Peculiarium, Portland, Oregon. Wait. I know what Mocos means. Ah. And the fun continues into the gift shop here. Different masks and glasses. Oh, I have one of these. The animatronic chimp head. This is Baby Blood Brenda. She's eating like maybe a liver. Some little Peculiarium trinkets here. Oh, look at this. Serious putty. Instead of silly putty, this putty is completely serious. Oh, and look at that. Over the door, it's a full-size dragon. Oh, what is happening with that deer? Look at that, he's got to rip someone's hand off. The hand's still holding a gun. Oh, we definitely need some of these Peculiarium pressed pennies. You've got the bug face. Oh, there's a bridge with a tentacle over it. It's an alien and a Bigfoot. And it is quarter penny. And 4 peculiar pennies for the collection. Such an amazing place. Absolute gem here in Portland. And I did notice there were it looked like a lot had changed. A lot of the exhibits had changed since last time I'd been here. So if you've been here before, it's definitely worth taking a second look. And the gentleman selling tickets in there told me there was another really cool oddity shop down this way. So we're going to have a little walk. Oh, we stumbled upon another Simpsons street. This is Lovejoy Street, which was the inspiration for Reverend Lovejoy in The Simpsons. They even have a Lovejoy grocery. And we have arrived here at Paxton's Gate Treasures and Oddities, inspired by the garden and natural sciences. See in the window here, looks like they've got a lot of fun stuff in there. What is that? I'm trying to think what that is. If you remember what animal that is, leave a comment in the comment section. I can't quite recall. Have a zebra right there. Of course, zebras don't wear saddles. A hyena and a demonic-looking giraffe skull. Yeah, let's peek inside. Oh wow! Just take it in. Look at all this. Yeah, I don't know if I should buy any taxidermy because I don't know how to take care of it, apparently. That moth breakout with my taxidermy has really shook me. Destroyed some of my favorite pieces. In fact, I had to throw away my badger, but there's a new badger. Do I need this badger? Do I have $875 to spend on a badger? We've got wet specimens here. These are maybe a little easier to take care of than taxidermy, but actually you do have to put some more fluid in the bottle every once in a while. There's a goat. Oh, look at that! There is a wet specimen Labubu. Maybe I'll get that for Jen. Yeah, look at that hippo head there. It's a lamp made out of giraffe feet, and look at this super spooky skeleton. That's real. You know, a lot of unique creatures I have not seen taxidermied a lot, like the Australian bush-tailed possum here. It's a muskox. And this looks like a partially albino peacock. Oh, I spot a possum. And they have a two-faced calf there. Only $30,000. Wow. I do like how one of his mouths is open. They sell plants as well. Here's some carnivorous plants. You got the pitcher plants there. They trap insects down inside their leaves. And look at these. Look at all these Venus fly traps here. Yeah, a few of them have bugs in their jaws. Looks like this bush pig is trying to run through the wall. Notorious emerald scorpion. Oh, I like this. This is grouse in a box. Kind of the old Victorian way of like having a taxidermy diorama hanging on your wall. Oh, that is a plastinated donkey heart. A donkey heart turned to plastic. Oh, look at these figures here. It says this muskrat is a Baba Yaga. We saw the Baba Yaga house at the Peculiarium. Flying squirrel. Yeah, lots of skulls here. This particular skull is human. Oh, the molars there are $25 a tooth. The skull's $2,500. Yeah, pretty awesome taxidermy shop here. Over to the right, that's Union Station in Portland. I stopped there on one of my train trips, but did not get a chance to get out. I think I might have been sleeping. Came over here to Grant Park, here at the fountain, where they have a statue of Ramona Quimby. Now, when I was in elementary school, a young child, the author Beverly Cleary, who apparently is from nearby McMinsville, Oregon, I read a lot of different books written by her. Now, there's also Ramona. We have Henry Huggins over here. These statues erected in honor of Beverly Cleary, some of her characters. Over there you have Henry's dog Rigsby. That's the not the live dog, the statue of the dog. But yeah, the one thing I remember reading like all these books when I was a kid, and one interesting thing about these books is they had like their own like cinematic universe. Ramona was kind of the younger kid, so a lot of the younger books for younger kids written about Ramona, and then she had a sister Beezus, who is not pictured. There's not a statue of Beezus here. But then her neighbor, Henry, he had his own books. And his books were maybe made for people, children a few years older. So you could, as you grew up, you could read the different books about these different characters. And they actually, they interacted with each other. He was next door neighbors. So Ramona and Beezus would show up in his books. He would show up in Ramona's book. So a real literary universe, the Beverly Cleary literary universe. And I can't be the only one. I get that other people my age are probably also familiar with these different characters. Leave a comment in the comment section if you are familiar with these characters, if you have any memories of these. When I heard this statue was here, or these statues, it brought back memories from my childhood. I hadn't thought of these names: Henry Huggins, Ramona Quimby, Beezus Quimby. Hadn't thought of these names in seems like a lifetime ago. But it all came pouring back when I heard these names mentioned again. Now I did a little bit of research, and it turns out I didn't know this. Beverly Cleary, she only passed away 4 years ago, and she was 104 years old. So good for her. She wrote some great children's books, and obviously lived a life of kindness, and she lived a very long life as well. Days ago, we were over at Trees of Mystery in Klamath, California. Got a chance to sleep at Motel Trees, and were awoken by the mighty booming voice of Paul Bunyan. Well, over here in the Kenton neighborhood of Portland, we have a Paul Bunyan as well. I love traveling all over the U.S. looking for different Bunyan statues, and somehow this one's always I always slip by. I've never actually come out here to the Portland Bunyan. Now, normally when I think of Paul Bunyan, I would think of the Midwest states like Minnesota and of course Maine. You know, I think the official lore is he was born in Maine and traveled to Minnesota. But I've been seeing a lot of Bunyan representation in this part of the country. Of course, you've got the redwoods, the big forests out here. Logging is huge in Oregon, so it's only fitting that they have their own Bunyan representation. Yeah, this Bunyan here has a very distinct look behind it. Yeah, it says right here that this Bunyan was erected in 1959 to honor Oregon's timber industry, as well as commemorating the state's centennial. And it looks like there was a restoration in 1985 by the Lions Club and the Boy Scout Troop 71. Looks like someone has vomited on that sign. And this Bunyan's pretty tall. This is 31 feet of Bunyan. Got some people over there having a little party at Bunyan's feet, blasting Metallica. And one of the gentlemen over there was explaining to me that there used to be a Babe next to the Bunyan, so that he actually got moved. The Bunyan got moved and the Babe got removed. But over here, across from Bunyan, in remembrance of Babe, the blue ox, we have the 4 blue hoof prints here. We started the day with trolls, and we're going to end the day with trolls as we come over here to the Portland, Oregon Troll Bridge. It's a railroad trestle here. And of course, we know that that's where trolls live, under bridges. And if you look under this bridge, there is quite a few trolls. It says love is the bridge that connects earth to heaven. What would that make this bridge? You can see all the classic troll dolls, which some of the newer trolls up there, they have kind of a new design now that they have the movies. But yeah, I remember these from when I was a kid. It's kind of like a trend that just keeps repeating itself. The classic troll design. Like, this is the design that I was most familiar with. They've changed over the years. There's actually a great museum about trolls in Ohio called the Troll Hole. I definitely recommend people checking out the Troll Hole. Yeah, there are so many trolls nailed to the bottom of this bridge. I guess someone has added like this wall here to make it easier to attach trolls. There's some more trolls over on this side. Oh, I need to get out of the way. There's a car coming. Step aside and let this car pass under the troll bridge. Yeah, over there you got the wall. And on this side, you got some stray trolls Yeah, these are the newer style trolls. It's like a Cabbage Patch sized troll. A troll surfing through the air. And it looks like this troll has been used as a planter. Has something grown out of his head. Is that what's his name from Harry Potter? Dolby? He's not a troll. He's an elf. That's right. Oh yeah, what is that up there? That doesn't look quite like a troll. What is it? Yeah, I've been hunting trolls now for a few years, especially the Dambo trolls, but I'm up to hunting for other trolls here. One's under Troll Bridge here in Portland. This is a lot of fun. You know, this is kind of like a way. This is a variation of like the shoe tree. Now, I've been to shoe trees on this channel where people throw a shoe over onto a tree, and then someone else sees the shoe up there and throws their shoe. And pretty soon, the tree's nothing but shoes. No one knows exactly why it started. Just so one day, one person decided to add their shoes, and then after a while, it just becomes tradition. And it's funny here, like, what started this? What was the incident that caused, maybe did one person come up and nail their troll here? Someone else saw it, they nailed their troll, and pretty soon everyone just had to get out here and nail their troll. Oh, it's a material troll. It's a Madonna troll. Oh yeah, that's right. The trolls have a diamond in their belly button. So I want to thank you guys for joining me today. I wasn't sure if I was going to include Portland in this trip, but I don't know. It just felt like the right thing. It felt like, you know, Portland's technically not right off of 101, the Pacific Coast Highway, but I think it's close enough where it could be considered a city along the along 101, along the Pacific Coast Highway. Even if it's just not, you know, there's not an exit, but it's on the Pacific Coast Highway. So I'm glad I came out here. I had a wonderful day here in Portland. I got to dig into the little city a little more than I've done in the past. I got to go around and see the strange and unusual sights. I've always heard, you know, Portland's weird. Keep Portland weird. But today, you know, I went out there and tried to see for myself. And you know what? I will officially say yes. Portland is weird, and I can appreciate that very much. So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys very much as well. I want to thank you guys for coming with me. Special thank you to those who watch these videos every day. It means a lot to me, and thank you for helping keep this channel exist. If you're new here, you know what I do. I've been to 49 of the 50 states. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun random stuff. We do themed road trips on this channel, as well as sometimes I'll take an entire highway from beginning to end. We're currently on the Pacific Coast Highway, and I will be returning tomorrow to be headed north up that highway. If you'd like to help out the channel, consider subscribing. It helps out a lot. And also, if you're interested, for $3 or more, you can get a postcard once a month from me down in Patreon. If you'd like to buy a souvenir, we have the souvenir shop on Etsy, where we sell motel key fobs, pressed pennies, the classic enamel pins, some stickers, and If you'd like a personal message from me, for yourself, for a friend, or a family member, I'm doing those on Cameo. All those links are in the description of this video, and all those things help keep the train on this track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.